Hello, and welcome to the screencast for Induction Orientation. I am Carrie Morgan, Project Specialist for SDCOE's Induction Program. Shive Jones is the coordinator. Please keep in mind that BITSA and Induction are one and the same. BITSA is a California term, while Induction is the national term that we are transitioning to. Induction is a 2-year job-embedded program where participating teachers receive professional support from a trained and experienced teacher known as a support provider. Participants will engage in formative assessment and professional development seminars. Upon successful completion of the program, participants will receive a recommendation to the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing for a California Clear Credential. The premise of induction is to build upon the teacher preparation experience to continue the cycle of plan, teach, reflect, and apply, using evidence to continuously reflect upon and improve teaching practice. Let's review the historical overview of the BITSA program and how the program evolved from one of support to one of support and credentialing. The California New Teacher Project, CNTP, began with 15 projects in 1988 that grew to more than 35 projects statewide over the course of the subsequent 3 years. The intent of the CNTP was a unique research program designed to gather data about how best to support beginning teachers. Based on research from the California New Teacher Project, this bill, SB 1422, also established a Beginning Teacher Support and Assessment, BITSA, project. The Beginning Teacher Support and Assessment System was created, AB 1266. A central finding of this research identified the need to provide beginning teachers with focused induction support. In 1998, the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing sponsored and the governor signed legislation that restructured teacher credentialing in California. Following passage of SB 2042, the architecture of learning to teach in California was redesigned. AB 2210 established legislation regarding participation in BITSA induction programs. Teachers complete their professional clear credential requirements through an accredited induction program like SDCOEs. In 1998, the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing sponsored and the governor signed legislation that restructured teacher credentialing in California. The highlights of this reform were the creation of multiple standards-based routes into teaching, including blended programs of undergraduate teacher preparation, alignment of teacher preparation standards with state-adopted academic content and performance standards for students, a new requirement that teachers pass a Teaching Performance Assessment, TPA, embedded in their preparation program prior to earning a preliminary teaching credential, and a new requirement that teachers complete a 2-year induction program of support and formative assessment during the first 2 years of teaching as a requirement for earning a clear teaching credential. The clear credential preparation, in this case, teacher induction, is centered around the California Standards for the Teaching Profession, CSTP, which are closely aligned to and build upon the 6 TPEs. They are also centered around the induction program standards, which are closely aligned to the standards the coursework was based upon. Pedagogy, universal access, equity for all students, teaching English learners, teaching special populations. To summarize, teacher preparation utilized the TPEs, the Standards for Professional Teacher Preparation Programs, and the TPAs and/or PACT. The teacher induction program uses the CSTPs, Induction Program Standards, and FACT. The induction content should be familiar to participating PTs as it is closely aligned to the teacher prep programs. Throughout the process, the focus is on delivery and knowledge of academic content standards and increasing student achievement through formative assessment. FACT system. Knowledge and demonstration of the CSTPs, induction standards, and delivery of content standards are demonstrated through FACT. The FACT system is: formative assessment is based on collecting and analyzing and reflecting on data to make further changes or improvements to teaching practice. This is a continuous cycle of action research. Participating teachers with their support provider use data including student work and classroom observations to determine areas of strength and areas of focus. It's important to note that this is designed to be completed with the assistance of a support provider who is there to guide you through the growth process. FACT is completed throughout the year with context for teaching and learning and assessment of teaching and learning completed during the fall of the school year. The purpose of context for teaching and learning is to allow you an opportunity to access resources that ensure you know and understand your community, district, school, and students. Assessment of teaching and learning is a reflective process that occurs with your support provider, where you will gauge who you are as a teacher based on CSTPs and induction program standards. Together, they will provide a clear understanding of strengths and areas of growth given your current context. In the spring, you will identify an area of growth to focus on for approximately 6 to 8 weeks. This inquiry is the full action research cycle where you will be able to implement various strategies and examine evidence on the impact of student learning. The colloquium is where you reflect on your experience and growth throughout the year in the form of an end-of-the-year celebration within your district. Participating teacher roles and responsibilities. As a participating teacher, the role and responsibility is to complete the formative assessment, participate in professional growth development as it relates to the inquiry, and collect evidence of this growth. This evidence will be apparent throughout the formative assessment, with the bulk of it coming during the inquiry of teaching and learning. The support provider roles and responsibilities regarding formative assessments are to complete observations of the participating teacher's current teaching practice, engage in reflective conversations, and assist with evidence collection. SPs should be communicating regularly with participating teachers while maintaining confidentiality. Participating teachers will be assigned a support provider. This individual is an experienced and exemplary veteran teacher who is trained in FACT and in mentoring. Your support provider is there to work with you throughout the next 2 years in an effort to assist you in improving practice and being successful. Remember, induction and even teaching is not meant to be done in isolation. Utilize your support provider as a valuable resource to you. At the same time, please honor their time by communicating your needs, meeting timelines, and honoring time commitments such as meetings between you and your support provider. The program's mission is a very important one as we understand the importance of being able to refine your teaching skills in a safe, confidential environment. Inductions should not be a repeat of teacher preparation. Instead, it builds upon your prior experiences as you work with your support provider to improve practice based on what you and your support provider identify as areas for growth. In order to do that, you need to know that your relationship with your support provider is not evaluative. The checklist is a graphic organizer designed to help you understand the program components. Please keep in mind that FACT is part of the evidence due throughout the year, and it is the bulk of your work in induction. The good news is that you will soon find out you do many of the things required in FACT and are simply documenting your work for the purposes of clearing your credential. Along with FACT, optional professional development learning opportunities are posted throughout the year. Additionally, you're required to complete observations of a colleague within or outside of your school and/or district. This is also part of your professional development. Many schools throughout our consortium provide in-house professional development opportunities to their teachers. It is important to note professional development for the purposes of this program is implementing new knowledge and learning, collecting evidence that it is either effective or ineffective, and making changes to your practice based on your discoveries. This could be done through attending a workshop, observing colleagues, participating in a professional learning community, reading about research-based instructional strategies, etc. Remember, your support provider is available to work with you in planning your professional growth. University credit. SDCOE partners with universities to provide units for participating in induction as a PT or SP. When registration opens, you will receive an announcement with a link through HAIKU. Please note, you will pass the course with an A or 100% if our database indicates you have submitted all evidence and participated in all required activities. Units must be registered and paid for by the due date set by the individual universities. Communication with your assigned support provider and district lead is the key to your success in this program. Please note that any issues that may prevent you from completing the program should be communicated so that the BITSA induction team can support you accordingly. PT, SP are the first level of communication. If the need arises, they may contact the district lead for assistance. If the district lead needs assistance, they will contact the hub lead. The hub lead is the primary source of communication between the district and SDCOE. HAIKU is the learning management system used by SDCOE and the induction program. You will be enrolled in the appropriate course, which will provide you with all instructions and materials for required assignments. HAIKU allows you to view, download, and upload assignments. You will also receive announcements and be able to link to virtual meetings, exchange ideas and materials with colleagues through the program and discussions, view your grades, and register for professional development. Lastly, here is SDCOE's contact information. Have a wonderful school year.